Hey everybody, this is Richard and
Jesse.
back with the Blind Guys podcast. I think that's what we decided
Yeah, I
to
think
do.
that'll
Yeah,
work.
that'll work with me. Better than the Blind Side, which we could get in trouble for copyright issues.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the Blind View. That what is it, like a talk
That
show?
is a that is a cool name though. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Blind Guys though. I mean, considering you're still a guy, not trying to offend anybody out there.
Oh wow.
Some people do get offended, and if well, I'm not sure about Jesse, but if I offend you, I usually don't care.
I do not want to offend anyone.
He's one of those people. He's probably one of the unvaccinated people too.
No, that I am not. I'm vaccinated. I am vaccinated and boosted.
I have not done the booster yet, because it affected some people I know like badly. I'm going to wait until after Thanksgiving because you
Yeah.
know it.
Katie's brother was kind of knocked on his ass from it.
Well,
He's all right now, but
the people that I've known that have gotten the booster got really
it doesn't
nauseated.
matter who you know.
I know everybody, sir. But they got really nauseated, and Thanksgiving
yeah.
is coming up, and
Right. Yes. Exactly.
and also it's coming up on the, let's see, it's what, 21, so 21 years since I had my accident, and I really don't want to be like down in the dumps,
No.
for
right.
another reason, but it's all good. It's all good. So let's see. I have read finished up several books, should I say, over the past week.
I'll go first because mine's quick.
Uh-huh.
I'm still reading Lord of the Rings. I am on the Two Towers now.
Shame for never having read this book before.
You haven't either. I don't want to hear that.
See, I was talking about myself. See,
Oh.
there you
Oh,
go,
I thought
assuming
you were-
again.
Sorry, I thought you meant me because I'd never read it.
Oh, I was meaning you too, but it's
Oh.
all right.
But I'm working through that. I don't know what I'm going to read next, but
How about the Iron Druid books that I've recommended, or perhaps Harry Potter that I've recommended? I could go on and on with books that I've recommended that you haven't read, but you recommend a book to me.
I've read. I have. It's not like I haven't started the Iron Druid. I think I'm on book 4.
I understand. See, I'm a
There's
true.
another one. I'm not recommending it to you because you know how that goes.
You're like O for O.
I think you have. Have you ever read Sandman Slim?
Oh yeah, I love Sandman Slim
Okay,
books.
all of those too.
I'm currently up to date on all of those. At least Bard has.
I am not.
Go figure there.
So what have you read?
Let's see. I have reread a book for like the third time. It was Armageddon, which is part of the Left Behind series, and
Do you reread a lot? I find myself reading new things instead of rereading.
certain stuff that I do. And as you know, on Facebook, I'm going through the Book of Revelation right now, which caused me to want to reread this series. I really, really enjoyed the series. And yes, I know for all you detractors out there that it is a work of, what is it, nonfiction, which is the...
Fiction.
Yeah, so I know that this is not going to happen. I've talked about that in my post. But at the same time, I just enjoy it for what it is, a good book and, indications of things that could happen. I also finished up a book by Dwight L. Moody, a fantastic Christian pastor or preacher from the past, called The Way to God. It is still currently free on Audible if you have the subscription. Really, really good book. I will probably reread it because, anything that you reread like that, you learn something new.
Yeah.
And let's see there. I think that's all that I finished up. There's one more, but I can't think of the name of it. Oh yeah.
Are better off than me. Well, I mean, it's not that I'm not reading. It's just I wanted to have all the Lord of the Rings done by today for our podcast, but it's just I wasn't gonna rush through it.
You should have it done by next week or so. The other ones I finished was 2 little books, but combined, as you know, Kindle and Audible do, called an omnibus. was the Ghostbusters 1 and 2 movie novelization, which I freaking love.
I grabbed that.
Oh,
It was free.
it's good. I mean, I love the Ghostbusters movies and franchise anyway. So, to read the movie novelizations, it's like, oh yeah. I read them in 2 days because I had some stuff called Life. If anybody's ever heard of that, things that, happen. But really quick reads, and I'm not sure about you, Jesse, but I really love when they take a movie and turn it into a book, as opposed to taking a book and turning it into a movie.
Because they expand it.
Yes.
The one caveat I will have to that is and I'm going to talk about Lord of the Rings again. The best book to movie adaptation, in my opinion, having read The Fellowship of the Ring and having seen that movie 5 times or whatever it is probably that. Lord of the Rings is a great book to film. Like, they have extended versions that pretty much have everything in the book.
Yeah.
I think.
But, I haven't watched those.
How are the readers for Ghostbusters?
I wish it had been somebody different.
Okay, that's what I was worried about.
Not horrible, but having, watched the movies for so long, and so many times, their voices for, like, say, Peter Venkman, the narrator's voice for it is like, that's not Venkman, That's the only really detraction that I had. I would like them to be longer, in fact, because, I just love that whole genre and series. But as far as, like, movies, books to movies, I thought Harry Potter was really close. Some changes, obviously, but that's going to happen with everything.
The ones I've read, I thought were, obviously I haven't read. It's funny. I have watched the first 4 movies and I've read the first 4 books. It's funny how that works out.
Everybody that listens to this will understand now that stuff I recommend doesn't get read and stuff he recommends gets read, and then.
Well, it's because we were reading. What these people need to understand as well is we were reading at the same time to maybe start a book called podcast.
Which is kind of what this is. It's kind of like a mixture of everything.
It's like a catch-all.
Yeah. The Blind Catch. No, I still like Blind Guys. But the other book to movie that I thought was really good, and I refuse to acknowledge the remake or reboot of this movie, was It. I know that you can't put everything in the book into the movie, but I thought the original movie did really good about capturing the quote-unquote essence of Stephen King's, like, majestic novel, I guess is what you could put it. Because it is freaking huge.
I'm going to plead the 5th so we don't fight on this podcast.
What that means, everybody that listens, is that he hasn't read the book. So, that's nothing new to me.
It was actually an argument about the first thing you said.
About I refuse to acknowledge the.
I love the reimagining.
Anyways, everybody, I'm looking for a new co-host to start next week. Because I'm going to ban some people from even, like, stepping foot into the studio room. But, anyway, I won't make too much fun of him because he does well enough on his own, I think.
I had a shitty sports weekend. Leave me alone.
Oh, I had a good weekend. Let's talk about it. Georgia won handily. Dallas won two-handedly.
What did they end up winning by? What was the final?
I think the final score was 43-3.
They almost got a 50 burger.
I think they could have, but they were putting in like rookies and backups, and
which for that situation is a good idea, I think.
Yeah. I think they even got a couple fans out of the stands to come in.
So you went in?
Yeah, I was the center. You can't move me. But and we don't have a hockey team in Georgia that I'm aware of. I think we still.
You have the Atlanta Thrashers.
Are they still in Atlanta though? I thought they had left.
What? They may not be. They may have left.
I think they did. I think we still have a basketball team, but I'm not 100%. I'm not into basketball.
Yeah, I'm not either, but I think you might.
I know we have a hockey team.
You have the Braves.
I mean, not a hockey team. Soccer team.
That's another sport I could never get into, and I've tried.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. I don't understand what's going on, like when they talk about
I need to
game
watch
stuff.
that.
Oh,
Everyone said how good it is.
I tell you, the coach reminds me so much of like me and people from the South. It is freaking hilarious.
So speaking of that, you were able to sign in on the computer and everything. That all worked for you?
Yes, I was, which is really good because my computer's a lot faster than like.
And who helped you with that?
Jim did actually. He was really nice and guiding me along step by step. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta give Jim credit. You know, he suggested Ted Lasso to me, and somebody named Jesse told me a website to go to that is not found on the internet, so I had to wind up Googling it anyways.
I told you to go to Apple TV Plus.
It told me it was unavailable.
Seriously?
Yes, it's TV dot. It's TV dot Apple.
Oh, I just went to Apple TV Plus and it gave it to me. That's weird.
Maybe it's because you're special. Bless him, everybody. Just bless him. But so tell us about your sports weekend.
Started out with Penn State losing to Michigan, and they didn't even like really play bad. They just it was, what was it? I forget how many minutes or seconds were left, and they only had to get like 5 yards, and they threw the ball down the field instead of getting the first down. Like, it was stupid.
Yes.
The Penguins got crushed 6-1 on Saturday and 6-1 on Friday, Sunday, so that was bullshit.
So wow, hockey plays that close games like back to back?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Okay.
They usually do it on the weekends. Usually during the week it's like Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday.
Still, that seems like a lot back to back.
Yeah, they do 84 games, so.
Huh. But then the season turns right around fairly quickly too, don't it?
Yeah, it usually ends in like April
Mm-hmm.
and starts back up in October.
Okay.
And the saddest of all, the Steelers tied with the 0-8 Detroit Lions. Now, I know our backup quarterback was in, but you still don't want to tie with anybody, let alone an 0-8 team. Although there's always that rumor or that saying that like the 0-8 teams have nothing to lose, so they come at you.
Yep,
but
that's how I feel.
It was ridiculous, just ridiculous.
Let me quote Ted Lasso, which is freaking hilarious, by the way. A tie is like kissing your sister. Yeah, that's just no. I don't mean like kissing on the forehead. I mean like.
I don't have a sister, but I can understand that.
Put it like kissing your mother-in-law. How about that?
Oh, fuck you.
I see. That's what it means, though. It's like,
oh, crap. Are we allowed to drop F-bombs on this podcast?
Oh, well, you just did.
Well,
yeah.
you can edit it out.
I'm not. I always put this episode that's not made for children.
Okay.
I guess that means you can't watch it, huh? I can't watch it either. Ooh.
We're older than children.
Yeah, but do we act like it? Not always.
No.
Yeah. I can be mature, but I like to live life and have fun.
I can too, but why not just be yourself and be, have fun?
Exactly. But is there anything else that you'd like to talk about in closing, other than advertising for, Dr. Tom and things like that?
The only thing is, if you have Amazon Prime, Wheel of Time starts on Friday, and it looks pretty awesome.
It does. It does.
The reviews from Tor.com said I guess they got to see the first 3 episodes, and they said they're as amazing as they could be, so I'm excited.
I kind of am as well,
It's neat. It's neat. They're dropping the first 2 episodes, but then after that, it's an episode a week.
See,
I love to binge, but I kind of like that too because I'll keep up with it.
Yeah, I couldn't get into the books really. I may have to try them again, but looking forward to the episode. But I think that's really...
Maybe we can both watch it and talk about it next week.
It's a possibility, sir. But that's really it for me. That's it for Jesse. So y'all be sure to check us out. Like, subscribe, share, notify.
What about Dr. Tom? Did you want to advertise Dr. Tom?
Yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel. You can get, the D&D group that I run that Jesse participates in, the Rhymers. Episodes will come out on Thursdays for those, assuming all the editing goes properly. There will be a recap. I believe it's set to come out Wednesday.
And I play the best character, of course.
No, that's Crimtash. I think we all admit to it being Crimtash.
Yeah. although you have to love the big effing elephant.
Yeah, when I say effing now, you done dropped the F-bomb earlier.
Because I don't want to drop more than one.
Ah, gotcha. More than one and then we get kicked off. Let's see. Our podcast comes out usually on Tuesdays. Dr. Tom will be coming out on, we'll say on Mondays. Let's see. I guess that's really about it. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell so that you're sure to get all notifications.
And I hope my sports week goes better next week.
I hope mine gets just the same. Anyway, but we shall talk with you all later.